Hey, I hear you want to learn how to craft the crown. We've come to the right place. My name is Garrett Clark, and I'm here to teach you how to play. In Craft the Crown, every humble piece of wood, water, and stone can become the economic engine that wins you the game. There are 59 unique resources that you can craft, buy, sell, discard, reserve, use, and trade to put yourself ahead as you race towards one of two victory conditions: earning 50 gold or crafting the crown itself. Craft the Crown comes with a 200 card deck comprised of 140 resource cards in different amounts and 60 basic elements, 20 each, of wood, water, and stone. Also included are a set of 95 gold tokens in denominations of 1s, 3s, and 10s, and a visual learn to play guide. Craft the Crown is all about resource management. There are 3 different types of resources: elements, which are yellow, tools, which are blue, and sites, which are green. Elements are the building blocks of the game. Basic elements like wood, water, and stone are essentially an infinite supply, while more advanced resources may only have one copy in the deck. Use them to craft other resources or sell them for a profit. Tools are one-time use items that are meant to either help you or hinder your opponents, and they are discarded after use. Most of them may only be used during your turn unless otherwise mentioned on the card. Sites are passive upgrades that provide ongoing benefits, like free resources at the start of your turn, or ways to craft resources faster. Each site requires the player to use a hammer to craft it on top of the additional elements required. Each resource card will have a recipe on it that shows the ingredients you must discard in order to craft it. The card will also have a price in the top right-hand corner that shows what the resource can be bought or sold for in the market. Tools and sites will also have a written effect. Each card is different, so read carefully. To set up the game, make 3 stacks of your basic elements, wood, water, and stone, and place them in the center of the table. These piles will form the market, which is where all players can buy and sell resources from throughout the game. Place the gold tokens near the market. When buying and selling to the market, give and take your gold from here. Place the draw deck within reach of all players, and leave a space next to it for the discard pile. To start the game, everyone draws 5 cards and starts with 0 gold. Whoever wore a crown last in real life goes first, and if you can't think of who that is, choose randomly. There are 2 ways to win the game: either be the first player to reach 50 gold, or by crafting the crown. Either condition must be met on a player's turn in order to count. Gameplay is turn-based, and play proceeds clockwise. Each player's turn consists of 3 phases: the start phase, the action phase, and the end phase. In the start phase, players collect 2 gold from the market. Additionally, if a player has any sites that collect additional gold or resources, collect them here. The action phase is where the game really happens. There are 7 core actions that a player can take at any time, in any order, during their turn, as long as they have the gold and resources to do them. Let's start with crafting. Let's say that I have magic in my hand and want to craft it. In order to play something from your hand, you'll need to discard the elemental ingredients. Let's say I own these 2 water. To craft magic, I move the 2 water to the discard pile and play the magic in front of me. I can then use the magic to craft something else, or I can sell it to the market to turn a profit. When selling to the market, take gold from the general supply equal to the price listed on the card. You can only sell resources that you've crafted. Cards in your hand don't count. You can also buy resources from the market for the same price. To craft this sandpaper, I'll need 4 gold, because paper costs 3 gold and stone costs 1. Put your gold in the general supply and put the resources in front of you to show ownership, then discard them to play the sandpaper. Tools are a great way to get a leg up on your opponents. Take this sword for example. Using it allows you to steal 5 gold from an opponent. To use the sword, I indicate which player I'm taking the gold from, discard the card, and then take the gold. Most tools can be used during your turn, but some tools like the idol are labeled reactive and can be used out of turn. The idol can stop someone using a tool against you. If the player with the idol chooses to use it, both the idol and the opponent's tool are discarded. Have a bunch of cards in your hand that you can't craft? You may discard cards from your hand at any time during your turn to make room for better ones later on. Have one card that you really want to craft but can't yet? You are allowed to keep at most 1 card in reserve face down in front of you. While the card is reserved, it is no longer in your hand, and it may be placed back in your hand or switched with another card at any time during your turn. Last but not least, trading and negotiation are key components of multi-way games. At any time during your turn, you may initiate a trade for cards in your hand, resources that you own, gold, or even IOUs if you can trust your opponents to play honorably. When trading, cards in your hand must stay in a player's hand, and cards in play must stay in play. If you hit 50 gold through trading but it's not your turn, you'll have to wait until your turn to win the game. Once your turn is over, you may enter the end phase, where you must draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. It's okay to end your turn with 5 or more cards in your hand, you would just skip this end phase instead. If there are no more cards to draw, no worries. Just flip over the discard pile, take out all of the white-backed wood, water, and stone, and shuffle the pile into a new deck. Run out of wood, water, or stone? Feel free to take out the white-backed cards at any time to replenish the market. The discard pile in general is open information, so feel free to look through it at your leisure. Totaling up someone's net worth and resources does not count as victory until they have sold them all. The game is over when a player, during their turn, crosses the 50 gold threshold or crafts the crown. And that's all you'll need to know to forge combos, flip markets, and craft the crown. I hope you really enjoyed playing the game as much as I enjoyed making it. Thanks so much!